Hi everybody. Today I wanted to show up with this beautiful hat because it's strictly connected with the topic. This hat comes from Uzbekistan and it was a gift. It was a gift from my spiritual master and teacher of healing. Her name was Abiba and she was an amazing healer first and a wonderful woman. And so today I want just to remember her. I have also my the tool I use to keep my teapot warm is from her, a gift from her and from Uzbekistan. So yeah, I want to speak about healing today because she's very much in my thoughts because she gave me a task and I'm struggling with this task. Now it's like 12 years, 13, maybe more. It's about healing, of course. It's not a simple task for me because it has something to do with her transmission and her, yeah, what she told me about what I should do about healing. So basically to be a kind of healer. And I'm working on that. I'm still working in progress because it's all about what what is the meaning of healing to us. So this is my inner my challenge because according to our experiences we can think about healing and give it a different meaning. Like, okay, healing is physical, is about freeing ourselves from physical symptoms. But there are also emotional shades of healing. Everything is so much intertwined, interconnected. So healing is never just physical or never just emotional. Healing is about our wholeness, right? So I'm fascinated because the word healing in English comes from whole, meaning complete, integer, and holy, that means sacred. So there is something related to, yes, restoring integrity, restoring health, of course, restoring a state of balance, well-being, right? But it's much wider than just get rid of symptoms. In fact, actually, Habiba, as a healer, she used to say that we have to transform ourselves in order to heal. And we have to turn, take another path, life path, because then the illness couldn't recognize us anymore. And so it's like leaving us. So there is something deeply wise in this. Sometimes our diseases and illness, they have usually they have a reason, right? Usually they have a reason. And sometimes it's not so easy to understand why it happened to us. Always what I believe is that, well, being our levels of existence so intertwined and connected, we can't really say that, oh, it's just physical, it's just emotional, it's never just something, because it's all about how we perceive the world. And the way we perceive the world is about our experience of the world, our beliefs then. So it's easy to experience kind of misalignment also. Sometimes we feel that the path we are living on, we are walking on, is not functional for us. So coming back to the meaning of healing from an etymological point of view, to make to restore wholeness, sorry, to restore sacredness, to make it sacred. I used to think of symptoms, diseases, impairments, illnesses, like ways to force us to bring to the light aspects of ourselves that otherwise we would maybe forget, neglect, we never deal with. We just put aside. What I can speak, what I can say about myself, my life path, my healing journey, every time, and I really faced some challenges with my health. I could have died at least 3 times. I survived. And it's true that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I feel that. And yeah, every time it was such a wonderful opportunity to take a turn and find a path that was much more attuned with my soul call and my life goal. And for sure, it's different for everybody. It's a unique, a different story. I'm not saying that this is for everybody. No, I'm speaking myself. But it's true that I understood that for me, healing was not about getting rid of the symptoms. Healing was about understanding the message, what my body wanted to scream loud to me just to be listened, because our body and subconscious are strictly in touch with each other. So most of the time our body speaks loud because we are not listening to something that we should have listened to. So for me, healing is much more than getting rid of some symptoms. For me, healing is about understanding what I'm forgetting about myself. It's about integration. That means recognize the sacredness of my body and of my life path. And it's about also understanding how I can become more whole. That means how I can recognize, acknowledge all those aspects of myself that maybe I forgot or I never realized that they were there. So maybe you can ask yourself if and when in your life you felt that there is still something inside wanting to be discovered, found, and expressed. Because expression is also healing. And healing is never just about ourselves. It's always also about our relationships and about how we live in harmony with our surroundings, with the world surrounding us. Because integration, well, there is something that evoke immediately integration for me. Because integration would mean when all the aspects are aware, when we are aware of the wholeness, when we express our whole potential in harmony with the world around. So first of all, we have to understand, we have to bring to the light our whole potential, and then we have to express it in harmony with the world around. The world around is our community, our family, our relationships, and nature. There is something deeply connected. It's about nature, recognizing that nature, this body, is an expression of nature. We have to recognize the sacredness of our body and of nature, and we have to reconnect to nature through our body. This is also healing. And so the image that evokes me integration is, imagine a beautiful orchestra. Imagine a piece of music you love played by that orchestra, and you see that and you hear that every musician is aware of what he or she plays, and of what the other musicians are playing, and of what the conductor is doing. So there is this wholeness, and this is a perfect example of integration. And so healing as restoring integration is not just about us, it's about really how we resonate with the other people around us and the surroundings also. So yeah, today I want to just put some seeds again, just to remind you that there is something bigger than just us. We are constantly in touch with others, so we can have emotional wounds to heal, we can have physical symptoms to take care of, we can have functional and dysfunctional patterns, we can have a treasure, inner treasure, that is just waiting to be brought to the light because we are not aware of that. So just ask yourself, in case you were experiencing some symptoms and you want really to get rid of them, is there something that I'm not catching? Is there a message from my body that maybe would be worth it to listen to? Is there something kind of friction, a conflict going on between the path I would like to follow, my soul call, and what I'm doing right now? Ask yourself, because there are so many layers of healing, and for sure the knowledge of ourselves is the first step. And then it doesn't matter what you want to do for healing. I mean, it's not a matter of I want to choose this method or this method or this method. This is about your beliefs, and everything is fine. You can choose whatever you like, whatever you want to cure yourself. As a therapy, you can turn to nature, you can turn to allopathic meditation, you can turn to your inner resources. It's never a matter of choosing this that's better or that. It's not. It's really personal. So I'm never questioning this. I'm only suggesting that in order to make any kind of therapy or cure, medicine, medication effective, probably it would be also interesting to take a look to the big picture and understand the message and understand how you can actively support your healing process by reconnecting to your inner resources that are the natural resources, that are the expression of nature within. So nature, it's cycles, it's elements, it's really a magical word. And I define myself a woman from a kind of Renaissance woman, because you know that my background is very complex, scientific, artistic, spiritual, and I believe strongly that in the Renaissance they really understood something. They were masters of integration. Everything was like reflecting, just connecting. It's all about connection. Our brain needs images, needs myths, needs tales, needs symbols, needs magic in order to really make everything work well in the best integrated way, right? So just think of that. Think if maybe you are giving too much space to just some aspects of yourself, and you are not giving space and attention to others. Just play with the idea of creating more harmony and really look at the big picture and really attend to a beautiful concert, like an orchestra playing perfectly the piece of music you like, you love most, and that orchestra can be your body in harmony with nature, in harmony with the surrounding world. Yeah, so, well, I think I will speak about healing more than just one time, because I realized that all my work is about healing in the depth, really in a deep or holistic, if you want to use this word, meaning not just the individual, but the individual in the system, in the environment, in the big picture. And also because I just started to write a book, and then I believe that that book probably will be about healing. It will be about healing and the feminine and nature, about reconnecting with nature from within, and healing our relationship with nature through the feminine side of every human being. So stay tuned. Maybe I will ask you for some advice or some suggestion. Thank you again for listening, for being here with me. Thank you for watching later. Thank you for being part of my life. Bye.